I'm about to show you how you can make between $5 to $20 within a minute just by simply drawing lines. I'm not joking. Like, this is some for real stuff right here. But I'm gonna show you. Let's not even talk about it because I know you think it sounds crazy. Let's just hit the laptop. All right, guys, we're here. How the heck can you draw lines and get paid between $5 to $10 a minute? I'm gonna show you right now. Okay. Now, some of you guys have heard of this company. Most of you guys have heard of it. And those who haven't, let me be the first to introduce you to a company called Amazon. And with Amazon or Shopify, if you notice about both of those companies, Amazon being the largest online e-commerce site, each one of these, Amazon and Shopify, most of these, 99% of at least on Amazon, have solid backgrounds. You see with different devices, eyewear, sneakers, socks, shoes, even with people who are modeling. Just all this tablets, rings, socks, pants, dresses. You see people that's actually modeling their own clothes or whatever you have. Each of them have solid white backgrounds. And I'm going to show you how all this makes sense in a minute. Because with more people buying, that means more people are actually in e-commerce because there's very few Amazon brands. I believe Amazon they're starting to brand some of their own stuff. But for the most part, most of the stuff that you buy on Amazon and Shopify and different type of e-commerce stores and websites are from people who are wholesalers that's selling you stuff retail. So we need to find the need. And what the need is to create solid imagery. So let's say we have a sneaker. Normally, most of the time, this sneaker didn't have a solid background. So somebody had to actually remove all of the negative space, is what they call it in, the photography world, the negative space behind the sneaker. So that's where you come in. You come in as a person who will remove anything that's in the background that takes away from the main product. So then how do we do that? There's a company that does great work in removing background imagery. It's a company called Clipping Magic. Now there's different companies. There's a company called, I believe, Photo Scissors. But the reason why Clipping Magic, in a sense, is magical is simply because you don't have to do much as far as being precise in taking out the background imagery. All you have to do is just draw a few lines. And here's how we do it. Let's upload an image so you can see what I'm saying. Now, I'm not, the best at it, but I am pretty good. And guess what? Clipping Magic makes a person that's not good at all look even great because it's like you don't have to do much. So let's take a photo like this. Let's say I want to sell a shirt. And I know normally you can use just a solid background photo, but let's say I needed a white solid photo and the shirt is what I wanted to get people to see and maybe the eyewear. I don't know. I'm just saying this. So let me remove myself from right here. Let's go up here. Boom. Now what you want to do, everything, when you hit the green, this little button here, this little plus sign, you just want Clipping Magic to know the actual main photo, main imagery that you want to keep. This is the keeping part. You want this in the green to stay there. Now the red is what it is you're telling Clipping Magic to take out. And as you can see, you see how it's starting to shape the imagery that you want to keep, and it's starting to eliminate the background. Okay. Now here's the part where it gets tricky. These little creases right here. So what I do is I actually come down here and I just try to. Sometimes it's kind of trying. Sometimes you might have to erase it, but I try to slowly do it. And sometimes it can be annoying. I'm not even going to lie, but slow and steady wins the race. Boom. Okay. This little piece here, it is kind of annoying, but hey, it's better than we having to keep erasing it and then keep doing it over and over again. So this is how you actually create background images. And here's how you sell your services. Because like I said, people in the e-commerce business will need your help because we have enough trying time on studying what products are going to be hot so we can sell it, get it on our store, because every product has a shelf life, and after that shelf life is over, then we have to go back and study again and find out what is the next hot product. So for us, if we can cut some of our time in half, we can let's definitely do that. And this is how you do it. Now this is Fiverr. Now Fiverr has a great service where it actually provides entrepreneurs like myself with freelancers. It connects freelancers to entrepreneurs. And what this freelance job gig is removing background imagery. This could be for jewelry, you know, this one right here, this is a lady or man, I believe it's a lady. I will remove 200 images, background within one day. And this is how you guys can get paid. Now she has a package, which I actually would suggest anybody who's going on Fiverr to have a package. And what a package does, even though she might charge, well, she charged a flat rate, and this is how many images that you get with the $30. To me, that's kind of a lot. I don't know if I don't know what it is that you would want to do, but for me, that's kind of a lot as far as the images, because some people don't have 200 products they selling. Some people mostly have, let's say, 50, and it always changes all the time. So, but hey, she has a $30 offer, and that's just one offer. Let's go back and see who else has different types of offers, so you can see how this actually works. So, as you can see, look at the demand for it. This guy has 218 orders. This guy has 77, but he does something a little different. He does more with video. All right, let's go to this guy who's also Amazon guy. All right. So I will design Amazon product listings, images, background removal. Okay, so he has a package. So his first basic package is $10. $10 for five images, which is pretty good. See, his images doesn't change, but personally what I would suggest is, let's say your standard basic package is $10 to $15. Let's just say. I would actually charge, let's say, 10 images for $15. You get what I'm saying? And then my standard would go up to, let's say, $35 for 20 images, so on and so forth. And the premium, which is $65, I say, okay, let's do 50 images for $65. So you always get a little bit more, but that's up to you as far as what it is that you want to offer people. But I like creating offers and not just a standard one time or one fee price, because with offers, you get more for your money, and that entices people to buy from you. Another way you can do it is getting clientele, I should say, is going to these Facebook groups. Now, with these Facebook groups and these FBA, Amazon, e-commerce guys, guys and girls, there's a lot of people in e-commerce. A lot of people in e-commerce. Like, it's ridiculous how many people in e-commerce. Now, some of these guys, you can go right into it, and whoever actually owns the e-commerce group, you can actually talk to them and actually make a deal with them and say, hey, I'm a background removal person, and I will remove your members' packages. I have a service I want to provide, and I actually want to know if you would like to, without even doing anything, you would like to just refer me to your group, and I do great work, and you might show them a sample or so, and I will actually pay you half of what it is I have coming in myself. A lot of people will say yes. Some will say no, but that's the reality of anything. You get a few no's, and you might get more yeses, because who doesn't like to sit back, do nothing, and get paid for it? That's just the reality of it. But with Clipping Magic, you're not doing a whole lot. This is the basis of what you do, because actually the lines within itself, the lines that you create, Clipping Magic kind of does it for you. It actually knows what is the image you want to keep, and it start aligning what it is you want to keep and start eliminating stuff that you don't want to keep. So here's a great way to actually build that clientele up. And I have a bonus tip. It's an arbitrary type of move when it comes to kind of not doing it yourself but yet getting paid. You can be the middleman. Here's what I'm saying. Check this out. You see these guys that's offering these different packages and pricing for background removal. You could be the arbitrator, meaning that you could be the person in the middle to construct a deal. So you go to these groups on Facebook who are the e-commerce guys. You can type in Facebook, not Facebook. You can type in Amazon on Facebook, the FBA guys. You can type in, maybe Shopify and see what comes up for Shopify as far as the groups or the pages. And that was me right there. You just see me. You stroll down here and look at all these people who are actually in Shopify itself, not even just Amazon. So these are people who promote online, who sell products, who find different products to sell that's hot right now. And you go to the people who own maybe the pages or who owns the groups in the Shopify section. And you go ahead and you contact them and you say, listen, I provide a background removal service for everybody who is looking to upload photos of the different products that they sell. And if you don't mind, I will actually give you half of the commission if you refer me to the members in your group. Like I said, some people will say no. Most people will say yes, because it's like, okay, cool. I'll make a quick buck with providing a service. And here's what you do. You go back to the Fiverr guy. And let's say you offer, you see what it is they charge themselves. Because you definitely want to give them what they ask for. Because they're going to be the ones doing the work if you wanted to do it that way. And you can just say, hey, let's pick somebody out. Let's say this person who actually got 1,000 orders so far. This person is charging $15. Sorry, $5. I'm sorry, for 15 images. That is quite a bit. You can go ahead and say, I'll charge $10. You know what I mean? Or I'll charge $15 for 15 images. And you can pay the person who allowed you, the owner of the group, you can pay them $5 on that particular package. And if you go back and say, okay, let's see what the standard is. So this guy here is charging $20 for 50 images. And you can say, well, I charge $35 for 50 images, because you're also breaking off not just what you're giving the person who's doing the background removal images, but you're also doing it where you're breaking off some of your commission to the person who allowed you to come in and sell your services, which is a win-win. So I'm giving you a kind of like an arbitrary bonus tip in a sense. If some of you guys are like, okay, well, I definitely like the whole clipping magic, but right now $4 is not really feasible. Some people really have just almost like a zero budget. I was once there before I get it, and you're trying to do everything in your power for free. And some of these services that you can do are not free. I get that. So that's another tip of how you can actually get your clientele, make the connections with the groups on Facebook that are in the e-commerce space, remove the backgrounds, and also get in contact and make relationships with some of these guys, these freelancers on Fiverr, because they're still getting paid because you're bringing the clientele to them. You don't necessarily have to tell them what you're doing. I mean, you can, you don't have to, but because you're bringing people to them, and so you're just putting in an order. You're just doing it as if you're putting in an order. And you just maybe want to ask how long is the turnaround, because these people are waiting for you. And that's really it. And that's how you can actually make this a passable income. Now, if you found value in what I just said, if a light bulb just went click, hit that like, hit that notification bell, hit that subscribe button, and be in the know and on the know. And I do all these videos here. I do everything. I do my little research here for you guys just for one reason, and for one reason only. It's because you're worth it. See you guys in the next video.